Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Brenna from Play Troop Early On. Today we're going to be making spider stamps. But before we can create our spider stamps, I need you to go and gather all the materials that you'll need to start. The first thing you need is a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll, something that is a hollow circle that you can see through and cut through with scissors. That reminds me, you'll also need a pair of scissors. Maybe heavy-duty kitchen scissors, so make sure you have your mom or your dad's help with this part. Next, you'll need some Google eyes. If you don't have any Google eyes, you can always draw them on yourself. Since we are creating spiders, it's kind of like a Halloween craft. That means we can use colors like black, orange, brown, yellow, or red. And one of the most important parts of our spider craft is the paint that we're going to use to dip our spider stamp in. So those colors could be anything you want. We'll see. If you have black at home or brown, that would be great for this too. So if you want to use that, you can. You'll also need a nice paint tray or maybe a paper plate, something that you can use to pour your paint in so you can dip your spider stamp without making a mess. To protect your table, you're going to need a tablecloth that I have here. If you're really worried about getting paint on your clothes, you can go get a paint smock or an apron to keep your clothes nice and clean from paint. So, now that you've gathered all the materials that I told you about, we can get started on making our spider stamp. So to make our spider stamp, we first need to figure out where we want his legs to go. So I have gone and drawn out some legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. That means the spider has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. So in order to give him his legs, we need to start to cut them out one by one. I've scribbled out this part because it shows us that we're going to cut this out completely. It's going to be a big empty space. So let's start by doing that. With your parents' help, take your scissors and hold them like this. Remember, 3 fingers on the bottom and your thumb on the top. It helps you go one by one so you can cut where you want to cut. Good. On to the other side. Just enough to cut that space out. And you can bend it up if that makes it easier. There, we've cut out one space. Now we'll turn it over to the next space that we're going to cut out. So let's take our scissors again. Start at the bottom, nice and slow. And go to the next spot. From the bottom, up nice and slow. And we'll bend it up again. And cut it off. There. So now we can go ahead and start to cut out our spider's legs. We'll try to stay on the lines that we marked. All the way up, but not too high. Like that. Next leg. Great. How many legs do we have right now? 1, 2. Awesome. He has 2 legs, so let's give him some more legs to make it 8. Cut one more line on this side. And now he has 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. Look at that. We're halfway done our spider. Here's the other side that we're going to cut. Start at the bottom, take your scissors, 3 fingers on the bottom and your thumb on the top. And we'll cut all the way up, nice and slow.
1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Now our spider has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. We'll push them down flat like this so they stay this way. Perfect. Now we have our spider legs. So now that we have our cardboard spider stamp, we're going to use him to dip into our paint. Miss Brenna used yellow, blue, and red paint. She mixed them together and she made this really, really cool brown color. Still looks a little bit red, but I think it'll have to do. So we'll move our paint over here and we'll bring over some paper. Just regular white paper. You can use any other color that you'd like though. We'll set it over here and we will start dipping our spider in our paint. So let's take our spider and we'll push him down in the paint like this. Give him a couple good pushes and tap his little legs down too, so he's got enough paint all over. And give his body a good push down too, just like this. Good. All right. Looks like our spider guy is ready to go. We'll stamp him down. I'm gonna stamp him first right in this corner. We'll push him down like that, tap his legs down. There's lots of paint on this spider. Good. Let's lift him up and see. Whoa, he looks like a cute little spider. All right, we'll do it a couple more times, just enough to fill in the paper. Wow, look at that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 spiders on our paper now. Our spiders look so cool on our paper. Now let's give them some eyes. If you have Google eyes, you can use some white glue to stick them down. If you don't have Google eyes, you can definitely use your markers to draw on some really neat eyes. So let's start with our glue because Miss Brenna has some Google eyes that she wants to stick on. We'll squeeze out just a little dab here and a little dab there and one more dab over here. And we'll see why soon. Miss Brenna is taking 3 Google eyes and giving this spider 3 eyes. Isn't that silly? I think it's very funny. He looks like a little monster with 3 Google eyes like that. Isn't that fun? Look how they wiggle around. Now, I'm going to take my marker and give my spider a little mouth. I'm going to choose orange for the mouth. So we'll take my orange marker, we'll give him a big smile, and we'll give him 2 little sharp teeth. Just like that. Perfect. Isn't that silly? I'll go ahead and finish my other spiders, and you can do the same. Make them super creative, use a bunch of different colors, and a bunch of different Google eyes. Okay, here are Miss Brenna's finished spiders. Aren't they silly looking? I think my favorite one is this guy. He looks super, super grumpy, and look at all of his little teeth.
Well, boys and girls, I think this was another super fun and silly craft. If you used a lot of paint for your craft, like Miss Brenna did, you're definitely gonna need to let it dry so that your paint isn't wet anymore. I hope you had fun making a spider stamp craft with me today. I had lots of fun with you. I think I'm gonna go hang mine on the fridge. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!